Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Vietnam. Well, I'm sure I got some viewers in Vietnam, but not many, of course. But you know, I got some viewers in some of the damnedest places. Like a lot of fans in Philippines, Malaysia, and wherever else I'm not thinking of. Yeah, this is really a spur-of-the-moment decision to do a walk-in video here on St. Catherine, or as the English call it, St. Catherine, like St. Catharines, Ontario, at the corner of Avance de Ray. And I hear a car stereo going by. Gonna throw off my trying to make money with this shiz, you know what I'm saying? Holy mackerel, I got a lot of billboards here. I figured it's about time due for a walk-in video on St. Catherine. I figured it's been a while since I've done one here, so maybe even more than a year or two, I don't know. I mean, I do obviously walking videos repeatedly on main streets because obviously it's related to what I film a lot: cars, trucks, buses, emergency vehicles responding. And actually we're about to go over the CP tracks for well, what was the Canadian Pacific Yard. And I say was because all the tracks are still there, but they basically confined and moved everything down here to the port of Montreal, which is just next to Rue Notre Dame. It is a glorious morning here. We got the scrap coming there on a 34 route. And this to my right here is one of the public works garages. You got to see more of that over the tracks. And you know, I thought, oh, I could take the scrap this morning. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's a hybrid. Those are better, a lot better. But it's still a shitty route, unfortunately. A lot of skanks, dregs of society, degenerates, you name it. Unfortunate souls, I guess I'll call them. Yeah, high today of 25. Today is May 26, 2024, if I didn't mention it. And I love getting out early like this in the morning, especially on a Sunday or Saturday morning. It's not as much people out, not as much traffic. I'm not a fan of crowds. Actually, I never really was a big fan of crowds, but even less so now, my older age, at 49 years of age. Of course, it was kind of cool that I made a new friend yesterday. He came to buy some stuff for me, some vintage ads. He spent a lot of money, and if you see this, what's up, Vincent? C'est un plaisir de te rencontrer. Guy's 29. He didn't think I looked 48, so that's good to know, you know. Sometimes I attribute I don't look my age because of the fact that I've pretty much been single and been minding my own business for so many years, doing drawings, paintings, building models, just basically, and going out, of course, before I did the YouTubing videos thing, everything that I would film, I used to photograph, specifically old cars, classic cars, trucks, old buses and stuff. And fortunately, I hate to say it, there's hardly anything anymore. I don't really see anything anymore. It sucks. It bothers me a bit, actually. But I think to myself, you know, everything happens for a reason, because again, I've been obsessed my whole life. I've dedicated to those earth-killing machines, those gas-guzzling vehicles, and I love them, and I love the way they look, the way they sound. I've immortalized them on paper, on canvas, on photo paper, but yet I can't drive them still, and I probably never will be able to. So the fact that, and it shows in my videos, I rarely put old car videos up anymore, because now we're like the end of May and I've really hardly filmed any. So be it. I'll still do my best to go to car shows with Nick or Ed or whoever, the car shows that matter, to see cars I never see off the island of Montreal and so forth. This is also part of the city of Montreal Public Works, all the gardening stuff, landscaping, and then they got their divisions where they sort out trash. That's over here. That's not, you know, like metals and I don't know, whatever else they composting and all that stuff. So, and look, you can see how green that is. That's not how it used to be. There used to be a lot of the train tracks were really used, and when I moved here in almost 11 years ago in 2013, they would still have a lot of cars parked there, flat cars with containers. There's the St. Lawrence River, you know. So of course, every time I walk up here, I'm hoping I'm going to see a CP train come in, or at least some CP engines, or leaving with a load here. Of course, it was one time months ago in the winter. What was neat is that there was I did actually film a CP train leaving from Sherbrooke Street, which is way up there. That's a good walk up there, like 20 minutes easy. And then minutes after that, there was another CP train leaving, heading west towards because this line connects with the St. Luc yard. the St. Luc yard, which is right past the Carry. It's so humongous, it actually goes pretty much from Blue Bonnets, we used to be there, past the Carry all the way to Dorval. It's like you could have a small town living there, that's how huge it is. So yeah, anyway, so I saw my neighbor before I ran into her. I said, yeah, I'm taking advantage of this because I think it might be crappy weather for the next few days. So that's another reason why I got this idea to do this walking video here, and probably end up doing another one later today. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's such an overpopulation of people in this city more than ever, and homeless, that they're even living in the freaking trees here. Some of them, unfortunately. And sometimes, like the other day, I was listening to yeah, look at that trailer, baby, beautiful. Yeah, just the other day I was actually what do I see there? I was listening. I'm always listening, right? I don't see well, but I hear everything. And yeah, I could hear like an engineer blowing a horn very softly, like, you know, not to disturb anybody. And it was probably coming up from here, or probably down there, because again, a lot of people are around. They shouldn't be walking around these tracks, and they do. And what is all that I see over there? I'm gonna stop a second and check that out. Probably nothing. There's the other part of that that yard. Yeah, it goes to show you how my eyesight's not great. Me looking at the furthest distance of the track, right where it curves, I thought I saw maybe some kind of like a special train, you know, like maintenance equipment train, spray train, which they spray pesticides to keep all the weeds and grass away from the tracks and all that. And boy, I tell you though, ever since I went out to film yesterday morning my completed 57 Chevy Junker model there, Revell, hey, is that an old International I see? And I've been paranoid that I got a fucking tick there in my pants or something. Yeah, there's an old International back there. It's funny that it's here. I'll never see it on the road. I never see any of the oldest vehicles here. I don't even want to go into that. What do I see cleaning the streets? There's those the freaking box on wheels there. It's literally a box on wheels. It's anyway. So yeah, and of course I lost my train of thought as usual. There's an old Sterling sitting there waiting for repairs, I guess. Do your jobs. Faites ta job là. Just having a flashback actually when I was here last summer. I was here last summer, right? And this section of Sainte Catherine here, right after this street here, which is Bercy, I think. And they redid this whole stretch here. They repaved it all. And now you actually even see a paver, actually. I see an asphalt paving machine right there. But I'm like, what the hell for? What the fuck are they doing that for? You know? Like, there was nothing wrong with the street. I didn't see them changing any pipes or anything. But again, you know, it's like people say, when it comes to construction, it's pretty much mafia, you know what I mean? Even if it's the city of Montreal, especially when you got a woman who's a mayor there, I call her the plant there. You're not going to tell me it's not hard to lean on her, right? If you're a mafia figure, you know what I'm saying? And say, oh yeah, we're going to make you an offer you can't refuse. We're going to give you a good deal. We're going to redo all these streets. You know what I'm saying? Repave, even if it's not necessary, no big deal. We'll make you an offer you can't refuse on the price, and that's it. Probably that's how it goes. I'm not saying, don't quote me on that. I'm not saying that's what the deal is, by the way, because I've said this before, and people sometimes could take things a little bit literally, especially today in this over-exaggerated world that people are freaking snowflakes. And look, they did it again. Look, they repaved all of Bercy Street. Look at that. They repaved the whole thing. They better have changed the fucking pipes below there, eh? Seriously, because repaving streets for nothing, especially a street like that, nobody lives there, and it's all freaking industrial. Nobody gives a shit. That's why whenever you go in industrial areas, all the streets are in shambles usually, because nobody lives there. Nobody cares. So again, hopefully that was money well spent, but it probably wasn't, because again, you know, look who's running the show with the city, eh? So anyway, now when they changed the pipes, right, they dug all the streets up, like my street a few years ago. As much as it was stressful, very stressful, because it was like right there, you know, right next to my building, it still was, it's necessary, you know, like the water tastes better, it's healthier. And but you know, not only was that advantageous as well, to the point even where the street was so broken up, like most of the side streets around here in any of these old areas, doesn't matter if it's here, Rosemont, and DG, Côte des Neiges, but like, you know, now when a car goes up the road or a truck, it's like very smooth. You don't hear any bang, 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 you know, or nothing like that. Yeah, it's funny how they just left all this stuff here. Like, why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why did you do that? Ooh, this one here though, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this last piece of equipment there, it looks older. Hey, am I wrong? Now let's get closer actually. Nice quiet morning. The equipment waits for its next jobs. Look at all the tar and the tires and that, eh? Yeah, man. How much do you think this thing costs, eh? Yeah, it's a Weller. It's a Wheeler with an I. Weiler. It's a Weiler. Like John Wilder. John Wilder? No, wait. Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Look at that pipe on that thing. Ooh-ha. Hey now. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on this side for a bit, take more sun. It's all right that I had cancer, skin cancer, for about a couple of months. Nipped it in the bud, guys. Nipped it in the bud. That being said, especially you older guys around my age or older, if you ever suspect you get some kind of a weird lesion on you there, wherever it may be, okay, especially if it's an unusual shape, like it's asymmetric, nothing's like even, then and if especially it starts to be painful or bleeds, like what happened with me, because I've been watching something on my scalp right here for months, for like 6 months. I've been watching that, and finally went to see my doctor. He's like, yeah, you gotta have to get a biopsy, and this is like 5 years ago. Went to get a biopsy end of 2019, I think, and then New Year's it came back positive, and yeah, I had to go under the knife, get the melanoma removed, and they had to make the big margins and everything to make sure they got it all. So they didn't just cut that little part out, believe me. So they really opened up the back of my head, and you still feel it too. Like I still feel it where it was. It just feels kind of funny. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, looking at somebody's doing what I wish I could do. They got the whole roof to themselves there, eh? I wish I had that privilege. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I wish I could do that, considering I live on the top floor of my building, and it's also like that, a 3-floor building. But it's not conducive, because it's not safe to literally go up there or come down from there, because whenever my landlord went up there to, you know, to check things out, make sure the roof was okay and all that, he has to use this ladder, and it's on my balcony and everything. It's very it looks awkward. So anyway, so this part here, this is Rue Frontenac Street, just like Chateau Frontenac. And this is, of course, North and South Street. This goes all the way to, like, oh, I don't know, I'm Ville or something, I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, so basically I forgot to mention the overpass, the CP yards. That's actually the dividing line between Hochelaga and here. This over here is the Ville Marie sector. And yes, the Ville Marie is, of course, part of downtown. So that's where we're walking. We're walking towards downtown, you know. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this too. Still some beautiful, nice old French turn of the century architecture. Why do I keep scratching my leg? Am I just being paranoid from yesterday, or? Oh God. You know, that's one thing I think we often forget about. What sucks about summer, honestly, it's the bugs. Bugs, man. You know, freaking mosquitoes, spiders. Jesus Christ, there were even a couple of times when it was really hot on a couple of different occasions in my apartment. I found a freaking centipede. Oh yeah, I want to point this out right here. Where is it? There it is. You see that behind me there? You see that? That's a freaking camera, man. That's a major camera. And it's not a coincidence that they placed that here. And there's another one on, I think, on the other side, because this is a really, like, rock and roll area. A lot of trouble, you know what I mean? Probably like freaking, I don't know, it's just gang members and troublebreakers and all that. And this is Ville Street, by the way. You know, that's a hell of a Chevy. Oh, like, that's the most annoying scooters ever made. These friggin' loud ass scooters. I'm not for electric vehicles, but I gotta admit it. You see, look, there's another one. What do you see? When it comes to EVs, at least a scooter EV doesn't make any friggin' noise, you know. Look at that roof. Isn't that beautiful? It looks almost as if I think what they do is they strip off all the old paint, and it's just right down to steel. Because I don't think that's, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's replaced steel, but that's really cool. I love that. You know me, I love shiny things. Look at that. Look at that shine, baby. Maybe that could be a good thumbnail there, eh? A little side street. Eh? Why is this itching? I think I got bit by something. So anyway, we're gonna film this like, oh boy, that's a recent thing, unfortunately. Anyway, we're gonna film this until not too far. We're gonna go all the way to the Maisonneuve. I'm gonna go to Tim's and pick up a cafe and a breakfast, and yeah. And of course there's construction here because this is Montreal. It's not even officially summer and there's already construction in a lot of places. It's a nice bike. Hey, hey, hey! Look at these two beauties here. Look at that. Look how original all the facade for these buildings look. Look, all the doors are original. All that stuff could have easily been changed. I love how stuff is original like that. Like that garage near my place there that's been closed for quite some time. And again, it's got these old original wooden doors like that. Well, they look like wood. I don't know. Maybe they're steel actually. What the hell knows? But look at that, eh? Moto Guzzi. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah. See, sometimes it sort of pays to not have a life, because again, if I did, I'd be sleeping in later, and I wouldn't be out at this time. It's like, let me see here. It's currently 9:10 in the morning. See? Walking west here. You know, there's actually coming up here, there's a store, and I don't know how the hell this guy stays in business. Maybe it's because it's part of the gay village. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just, the guy just sells lamps, you know? And I'm like, how the hell did this guy not freaking go under? With all these restaurants and businesses I see go under like crazy left and right because it's post-COVID and inflation is through. I don't even want to talk about the inflation. I mean, oh my God. Oh, it's just horrible. So, you know, when I ask you guys, hey, listen, you know, when you want to become a patron, check me out on Patreon, support the channel, or you want to send me some phasons as gratuities and all that, I'm dead serious, man. I appreciate anything anybody sends. Or when I show my artwork for sale, like pick up a painting, buy a painting, check it out, man. Because, man, I mean, I'm doing this every day. And am I remunerated well for it? At all, not at all. What did I get paid last month? What, not even 250 bucks? I don't even think I made 250 bucks. I think I made like 200 bucks. It's ridiculous. So you, wow, look at that. Look at that beautiful detail. Look, it almost looks like a music note. Ah, man, that gives you a clue actually on my current painting that I'm, well, for now I'm keeping it a secret. I was gonna post a picture of it yesterday. I worked on it a bit, but you know, my Samsung phone is a great phone. And it takes great video and pictures. However, that being said, if it's inside my place and it's like near a window like I was trying to do, the color is completely off on my painting, or it doesn't seem sharp. But when I took a picture of it with this guy, the GoPro 10, it's amazing. It's exactly how I saw it. You know? Like, go figure. So what do you want? I mean, it's like, I don't even think I paid 300 bucks for that phone, and I paid it in installments even. This is Fulham Street, and I see, what is that parked there? Let's go check it out. That looks to be a Lincoln LS, which was a beautiful failure from Ford in the early 2000s. Oh yeah, I like these cars. And I like these cars too because, if I remember correctly, this is not a typical Ford V8 engine in this. I think it was a Kawasaki motor. That's a beautiful car. Look at this thing, is in great shape. The wheels are nice, color is nice. Well, color, I mean the paint is good. That's a hell of a nice car. You know what? I would take that car over like any Cadillac from those years, any of them, even the DeVille. The DeVille is a good looking car, but when I think about those early 2000s DeVilles, I think of friggin' you know, funeral parlors like the one near my place. You know what I'm saying? That's an old fire station, by the way. Yeah, this is an old fire station. This would have been the garage doors here, actually. And now it's some sort of a breakfast place. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so the thing is, I don't know if I stressed why I was complaining about, like, thinking I got bit by whatever when I did filming my 57 Chevy model yesterday. Well, I think it's more easy to understand, really, if you really saw the video, because what I do is, like, see, when I finish one of these model cars or trucks, I like to actually film that outside, especially in the sun, because then things look beautiful, the colors, everything, the contrast, and it's fantastic, you know. I love that. I get a buzz out of that. That's basically like my miniature homage to I don't know, Americana. So anyway, I found this little place and I wanted to film them filmed that with the others there, the other shitbox models I had. But the thing is, the table I wanted to use, the picnic table in the park, was taken, and I'm like, oh my god, there are too many people there and all this stuff. So I just meandered a while and walked around. I found this place just like under this tree where all these twigs were, and you know, and it worked out well. It's just that I was lying down there like a freaking paratrooper in the jungle, you know, like on my stomach. So I was there like that for a few minutes, and something's caught my eye here. What's this? What's all this jazz? Oh, it's a print shop. That's clever. I like that. You know, it reminds me actually of this, like on Saint Laurent Boulevard, there's like a ski shop, and they've got all these skis and snowboards like literally nailed up to the, like, I think covering up the windows. It's very eye-catching. It's all very colorful, very nice, you know. I like that stuff. Anyway, I think maybe I didn't get bit by anything. Maybe actually what it was actually, in fact, was the fact that I think it was maybe just like an allergic reaction or something, maybe to, I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor. I'm just, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, look, you can see how much this area has changed. Look at this. All this here, all these condos was nothing before. It was just a vast field for like forever. And people would gather there specifically when they would have the fireworks competition here in the summer, hosted by La Ronde. Of course, La Ronde is owned by Six Flags Amusement Parks, which is, of course, on the other side of the river, on the island. You would take the bridge there, Jacques Cartier Bridge, to go there. And yeah, it's like, okay, I know where they do their job. I know people need housing, but it's nice. But again, you can't compare any of this stuff compared to these historical buildings. Look at the detail in these stones alone. They're not even bricks. How many buildings you've seen like that, you know? So anyway, well, that's just, you know, again, it's a matter of preference, you know. Everybody's different. So yeah, and I'm not really sure where I'm going today. I was home almost all day yesterday. Like I said, I only went out early in the morning to go film those models of mine, and I was home the rest of the day. I never went back out. Look, that's the place I was telling you about. Look, this place here. There, might as well give this guy a plug here, I guess, eh? Lamps and shades and lampadi. Well, that's kind of clever because lamp is lamp, and I guess Padzi, I don't know, must be part of his last name or something. Look, all this stuff looks vintage. Who the hell buys a lamp like this? Look at this here. Man, oh man, that's I don't know what to say to that. Multi-millionaire owns that for his study or something, eh? That's what it looks like to me, right? Shit, me, I don't have a dime to spend practically my name. I'm looking if I can pay the rent and eat. But anyway, whatever, that's the way she goes, you know. My friend Grant, he's not too different from me. I mean, he's visually impaired. He's got his challenges. He could have went further in life like me, but unfortunately, that's how it is for most people who are handicapped, you know. He has a friend of his, actually a good friend of his, who's in a wheelchair. And I think, God, I can't remember if he's an architect, but that guy is very successful. I never heard of many people who are that handicapped that were that successful. So good on him. That's terrific. Hopefully I'm sure I'll meet this guy one day. So that's it, guys, wrapping it up here on the corner of Saint Catherine and Delormier. There's a coach coming off the bridge, Jacques Cartier Bridge, which connects, of course, Montreal and off-island communities such as Boucherville, Saint-Hubert, Longueuil, Saint Lambert, Saint Bruno, and so forth, and going all the way to the United States of America. So thanks again for watching, guys, and again, show your love and support. Send me something if you want by my email, eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. Whatever, $10, $100, be great. By an e-transfer in Canada or PayPal. And what else? Yeah, and check out one of my last videos. I showed some of my original paintings there. They're not cheap, but they're affordable compared to other artist standards. So maybe you'll get a kick out of that for your wall, something original, which is even better than a print, right? Better than a copy. So there you go, guys. Thanks again. Take care and be well. Talk to you later. Adios and stay good, and bye-bye.